Today is a good day because today is race day. Cold plunge on race day morning just hits different. All right, always dunk. Now we're ready to rock. Gotta lay out the race kit. Nike tights, it's a little cold out. 10,000 shorts, 10,000 run tank, 10,000 socks, Nike white headband, and fresh pair of Vaporfly 3s. Let's go. It's about an hour and 10 minutes before the race start. Gonna have a little meal here. Half a cup of oats, banana, some walnuts, some syrup, and I'll do that with a cup of whole milk, and then 2 element packs to do some sodium loading, and one of these 2 before black currant powder, which are apparently really good for you and your endurance. So we'll see how this goes. The whole goal with this pre-race nutrition is to load my system up with some carbs that I can be burning through during the course of the race. So between the oats, the banana, and the syrup, probably gonna have, I don't know, maybe just under 100 grams of carbs, which isn't a ton, but it's only a 9-mile race, so you don't need to load up quite as much as you would if it was a half marathon or a marathon, where I'd be probably downing some carb powder as well. I will have 2 gels with me for the race. I'll take one right before the start, right about 9:30 when the race starts, and then I'll probably take one at the halfway mark. I'll probably bring one emergency gel in case I'm really struggling, so I'll carry 2 gels in my pocket during the race, but I probably won't go through both of those. These are the gels I'm liking right now, Honey Stinger Gold. I like them because they're just basic. They're made out of honey. So rather than having all of the like crappy artificial ingredients that a lot of gels are filled with, these ones are pretty natural and easier on your stomach, which for me is really key. While I eat this pre-race breakfast, a little bit of race strategy. Goal is sub 57 minutes for this 15K. That would be right around a 6:07 pace. I'm probably going to try to go out in the 6:05 to 6:10 range, so maybe just slightly below my goal race pace. It's pretty hilly in the first 2 miles, so I'm going to try to ease into it and then start to slowly build. So try to negative split as you get further into the race, have your pace actually get faster and faster during the race. Easier said than done, and also I tend to be an idiot in these races, and I get caught up at the very beginning and get excited, and I go out way too fast and then blow up. So I'm gonna try to reserve myself. I'm gonna try to hold myself back from doing that because I know it's my worst tendency, but we'll see what happens when we actually get out there. And now I'm running late, so I gotta eat this fast.
Yo, yo.
What's up?
It's that boy.
How we doing?
Doing good.
Nice though.
Who are you looking for?
2 of my buddies came up from the city to run. It's gonna be an hour of good old-fashioned suffering. Really good.
Going for 57?
Yeah, I think 57 will be my like target. It's about a 6:07 average pace.
Nuts.
It's pretty hilly, so it's not a really easy course to go fast on. There's these two like pretty ridiculous hills. I'm wearing the jacket.
Are you mic'd up?
No.
Oh. I was like, you like talking as you're running?
I'm not gonna be able to talk.
I'm gonna run by you, talk shit, and this.
What are you guys listening to? We were just talking about. I'm going audiobook. All right, guys.
Do this, boys.
Come on.
While we're waiting, we should break out and sing a round of Kumbaya once we start.
See you at mile 1, brother.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We will have people at most, if not all, intersections, but it's your response time. We'll get started momentarily. All right, runners, it's that time. Thank you, Mark.
As predicted, I came out of the gate way too hot. Basically jumped out in front with this group of 2 or 3 guys, and after about a half a mile, I looked down at my watch and realized that they were running about a 5:15 pace, when I was really going to be trying to run at about a 6:10 for that first mile. So right out of the gate, the whole strategy that I had was out the window. As we came through mile 1, I was feeling good, but I quickly remembered that this is an extremely hilly course, and you start kind of grinding up to this big hill right at the mile 2 mark that really just depletes the legs pretty quickly out of the gate. So I started struggling and feeling the pain of it right about at the mile 2 mark. I survived mile 2 at a 6:05 pace and then came into the downhill stretch on the back of that crazy hill and really let it eat. It came through mile 3 in 5:51, which felt really good for that first 5K of the 15K race. At this point, I am feeling pretty good and strong. It was definitely faster than I planned to go out, but with the downhills, I was feeling really good. The temperature was great, the crowds were great, so I'm not struggling too bad here, although the worst is yet to come.
I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you on the next one. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Woo!
I ran mile 4 in about 5:56. That was when things started to fall off the tracks a bit. Miles 5 through 7 were a steady uphill grind that I really had just forgotten about and did not anticipate. So I really started to feel the pain in my legs, and my heart rate started getting way up above 190, basically redlining here, and I really started to feel the pain and started suffering. Mile 5, 6:07, mile 6, 6:12, mile 7, 6:15. And at this point, I am in the pain cave big time. And I'm seeing that average pace on my watch tick up from where it was in the high 550s up above 6. And I know that I have to keep it under 6:06, 6:07 to hit my goal time. So I'm starting to get a little bit nervous here. And when you're in the pain cave, that darkness, it just starts to build up on you. When I finally crested that top of the hill at mile 7, it was just the best feeling in the world. The gel started to hit, I started pumping the louder music, and I knew that it was basically downhill all the way home from here. So I started letting the vibes hit, and I knew that I could just go dark to finish strong here. Came through mile 8 in 5:54, spicy 5:54, and at this point I know that I'm going to be able to go sub 57 as long as I don't completely fall apart in this final 1.3-ish miles. It's time for the full send to bring it on home.
Push.
This little surprise, nasty hill right at the end of mile 9 was less than appreciated and absolutely grueling on these tired, exhausted legs. But knowing the end is as close as it is, you just close your eyes and grit your teeth through it.
Great job, guys! Great job! You're almost there! Good job! You're doing
You got a little bit more to go now, all right? Nice job. Looking good. 176. Come on, runners. If you can hear my voice, the finish line is near.
Came through mile 9 in 6:04, and the final quarter mile of this 15K is on a track, which is a beautiful way to end and finish strong. A whole hell of a lot of work builds up into these moments, so it feels good. We got it done.
What's that time, my dude?
56:19.
Yeah, boy.
Got it done.
How you feel?
Oh man, left it all out there.
Catch that breath.
Yeah, I'm glad that's done.
Yeah.
So many hills, man. Ups and downs the whole way. Even on the downhill stretches, there's like these rolling hills. So you never really catch a break.
Good hustle, brother.
Oh man, got it done.
Good work.
Man, I'm glad my freaking knees hung in there.
Yeah, right?
Just got done here, the Scarsdale 15K, one of the oldest races in Westchester County, 54th annual running of it. I ran it last year in 1:01:19. The goal this year was 57 minutes. We got that done, 56:18 or so. Hell of a race, really feel good about it. But man, that thing was hilly. Absolutely brutal out there, really a grind. It's good when you train legs and lift a lot of legs because your legs can handle a lot more in those hills. Happy with how it went. Happy to be done with it more than anything else. And now, after all races, it's time to go feast. Over and out. You know we're celebrating that successful race with a little of this. Hey Roman, thanks for my sign, bud.
About to close out this day with a little contrast therapy, some time in the cold plunge here and some time in the sauna that's right behind you. Gonna share 3 reflections from the race that broadly apply to doing hard things and to whatever endeavor you're taking on that might be a struggle. Always dunk. Gonna focus this cold plunge on the legs because they're gonna be tired. 3 reflections from the experience. Number 1, whenever you take on something really hard, there are gonna be a few moments when the mental gymnastics start, where you start convincing yourself that you don't really need to do the thing, that it's stupid, that you can slow down, that you can pull back, and that it's fine to not hit your goal. Those mental gymnastics are what you need to overcome. If you can just get through those couple of moments, like there's 2 or 3 moments during the course of a race, during the course of any hard thing, if you can just get through those couple of moments and you can overcome those mental gymnastics, convince yourself to keep pushing, you will achieve whatever it is you want to go out and do. My second reflection, publicly stating your goals is a powerful way to create fake accountability and fake peer pressure that you place on yourself. I had publicly said that I was going to try to go sub 57 minutes in this race today. It got really hard
during the miles 5 to 7 hills that were there. And I started having the wiring go to, oh, I can pull back, I can slow down. But I knew that I'd publicly said I was going to hit this time. So that pushed me. That became the accountability. That became the peer pressure that I knew I needed to keep pushing. Finally, the third thing, having an A, B, and C goal is really important whenever you're going to push for something. The A goal is the optimal. That was my sub 57 minute goal. The thing that you're going to try to achieve if you're feeling good and you're really pushing. The B goal is the next thing. It's the base case. If you fall off the A goal, you still have something to fall back to there that you can continue to push towards so that you don't completely lose it mentally. And the C goal is just finishing the race. It's just getting through it so that if you aren't going to achieve your goals, you don't completely give up. You still have something that's better than nothing that you're going to continue to work through. Those are my 3 reflections from what was a very successful day and a very successful race. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it was fun. It was a little bit miserable for me, but it's going to be fun to be able to reflect back on it. And I hope you picked up a few insights, a few things that you learned, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, until next time, guys, stay curious.